Yellow leather.
I can do that.
Red leather.
Hangout's live, by the way. Just in case you guys
Hangouts live? Hello, Hangouts.
Hangout is live.
Hangouts is live. Red leather, yellow leather.
Lusty leather.
Red leather.
Did you say ladies lusty leather?
Red leather.
Really? Is that what we're
It's another.
Red leather, yellow.
Alright, we're gonna start.
It is. It's
That's what you say on stage.
Again. Here we go. Shut up. Eat watermelon? I need some watermelon.
When you're on stage, you say watermelon, watermelon, watermelon. That's a hubbub. Or you go hubbub, hubbub, hubbub.
Hubba, 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 hubba,
You
hubba.
never say waiting
Let's
for
get to the
dropping
box.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
Hubba, 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 hubba.
This show is
I'm
still
happy
not
to host.
underway.
Happy boy.
Happy boy.
Alright, here we go.
Okay. Here we go.
Here
We're running.
we go. On this episode of the Culturesmash Cast,
Bond for Christmas.
Elsa gets a new home.
And haunted donut. All this, plus finally, Catherine in pants.
It's true!
Dong, dong, dong.
It's funny because it's true.
All the while, Zach's computer updates.
But nobody cares about that.
That was
That's
sad.
why we weren't recording that one.
It's true. I thought you paused the recording.
We did.
I was just
I
going to
did.
say it.
I need like 7 monitors to do that. Turn the screen sharing off. You can
I
actually
actually wish I had 3 monitors the other night.
see. Oh, hello, everybody. Here we go. It's the Culturesmash Cast, episode 333.
Ooh,
How do you feel about
that's
that?
a lot of threes.
It's a palindrome.
And
Yeah,
yet
it's a
you
palindrome.
were really off on printing it on the script.
You know, sometimes I like to challenge myself. I don't know what the date is though.
Today's the 17th.
Oh, okay, cool. For the 17th of
On September.
September of 2014.
You got the year right.
There's
That's
not
pretty
any.
good.
There's
Yeah.
not any threes in that day.
No, it kind of screws everything up.
Yeah.
But September is the 9th month. And if you add 3,
Ooh,
of course,
so there's
yeah.
threes and 9.
Well, and you know what else? If it were 1983, Zach wouldn't be here.
Half-Life
Oh.
3 confirmed.
Okay, whatever. All right, so I'm Stephen Lackey, editor of Culturesmash.tv. To the left of me,
Mike Young, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
You didn't know where you were going.
I know it. To the right of me,
Nicholas Qualls, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
to the far right.
Greetings, Dwayne Pate, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
And
So
Sofa.
creepy! You look like a who? You look like a who from Whoville. I'm Catherine Holder, contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
And Zach, for some reason, you have not bothered to log in.
Here, no, it's because his computer's not working. There we go.
Zach Martin, contributor, very recent contributor to Culturesmash.tv.
I like the little brag in it.
Do you want a medal?
Yes! Where's my cookie?
Right there, give him your boot.
Bam!
Give me my cookie.
You're not getting
You
a
get
cookie.
cookies?
I want a cookie.
You know, speaking of cookies,
Yeah.
Look,
that was your segue, Dwayne.
I
That's
know,
a
well,
pretty nice
actually, the
segue.
first story is apparently being done by Dugain. Could not make it here, so I'll be reading for him.
Oh yeah, I see that. It's pretty funny.
Who you gonna call? Krispy Kreme Donuts? In celebration of the 30th anniversary of Ghostbusters, Krispy Kreme has announced that they will sell 2 marshmallow cream-filled Ghostbuster donuts. Krispy Kreme's Ghostbusters and Stay Puft Marshmallow Donuts will be available in participating Krispy Kreme U.S. locations, while supplies last, beginning on September 29th. More details on the Ghostbusters donuts right now. The Ghostbusters donuts. See, I do read it.
Just mere seconds. But
Sort of. The Ghostbusters donut, a marshmallow cream-filled shell topped with white icing and a decorative green splat inspired by Slimer's green slime. Ectoplasm, if you will.
Now what?
And topped with a Ghostbusters logo sugar piece. We also have the Stay Puft Marshmallow Donut, a marshmallow cream-filled shell topped with white icing, decorated with a chocolate frosting Stay Puft Marshmallow Man face and a sugar piece hat.
I will so eat that.
If you have not seen these donuts, look them up online. They are awesome.
I will look.
Happy anniversary, Ghostbusters.
you know what?
Happy anniversary for us.
The weird thing about this is Twinkies missed out. That would have been the obvious
Yes.
marketing point.
It's a big Twinkie.
Yeah.
And we already
About the
mentioned.
Twinkie.
We already mentioned High C needs to get on board.
Yeah, we did that
Ecto
before
Cooler.
the show. It was like, come on, Ecto Cooler needs to come back out this year.
That's something people seem to miss.
Yeah.
I know one of my friends who does who vapes. They have Ecto
Who does what?
Shut
Like
up.
vapor. You know, the vapors, the vaping.
Is this
the
what we're
vaping.
calling the vaping
The
now?
vaping. That's what they call it. That's what the vapors call it. I don't know.
Just
But
vaping.
is anything I'm saying registering with anybody?
I
Maybe
would
maybe
start
I'll-
vaping just to get the ecto cooler vapors.
This just in, Catherine starts vaping to get Ecto Vapors.
I would.
Krispy Kreme is now also allowing goats to pre-order the Ghostbuster donuts by calling in an advance order of 5 dozen donuts. If you're doing the math at home, that is 60 donuts.
I'm okay with that.
I'm okay with that too.
That's a lot of donuts.
That's enough for an hour.
Only I also get to be there when they're like fresh off.
Bing has it for you. There you go.
Oh, the image, yeah. If only if I'm there when they're fresh off the assembly.
Because now my thing
They look
is-
amazing.
Okay, so
I will so eat that it looks like a Christmas donut. There's
I
so
don't
much
think
delicious
that they
cream on there.
make
Zach would
these
love it.
types of donuts fresh in the store. They
I
make
need
glazed.
all
I
that
think
They may
Krispy
not.
Kreme
Yeah, they may be
all
pre-made.
over.
I believe they are. I never
But-
see them make anything but
Wait,
glazed.
did you say
I
you
do love
need?
the glaze.
They're very good when they're warm.
Yeah,
He
that,
needs all that Krispy Kreme all over him, guys.
All over my face.
I need to. We need to move on.
You know what you do? You get yourself a tape recorder and you just listen to what you say.
he doesn't
But
have
I
to.
like shoving
You
my
can
phone in
actually
my mouth.
download these episodes or listen to them on stage.
It's true. You can do that.
We already do that
Yeah.
same premise.
Let's talk about the fact Ghostbusters is 30 years old.
No, I'm been my head on substituting
Wow.
20,
I brought the volume up here
and that's
because,
bad enough.
because look who's in the chat room.
Hey,
Buddy,
What's up, buddy? Yeah,
Nothing.
it doesn't matter.
Studying.
It doesn't matter that you're that far away. You're still going to get that ass handed to you in film ball. I will put my foot through the interwebs and put it right up your ass when the numbers start coming.
You
we've got
careful
code
with those.
monkeys right in the Google's Hangout
That's
API
right.
right now.
Thanks to the different magic of 3D printing.
That's right. I will have Tony 3D print my foot, and then I'll put it in a FedEx box and ship it to you so you can sit on it.
Keep on talking. Keep on talking.
You know, if only he was 100 feet away, it would be easier.
It would be a lot.
Speaking of which, number 10 movie.
Oh.
Oh, you just got segued.
Yeah,
That wasn't even me this time.
Yeah, that was pretty impressive.
I like that.
You just got segued.
You just got segue. We should have like a band for something. You just got segue, bitch.
I think Dwayne's about to
Excuse me, I'll be back.
For those listening at home, Dwayne nearly just got his Mountain Dew all over everything.
Get it out of your nose. I hate it when that
band was
happens.
too much. That hit me at the right time.
So can we say
It's like
that
a rinse.
he didn't do the dude did him?
That's right. Oh.
I wish.
Hold yourself tonight. I like it.
That was amazing, Steve. Good work.
Bam. Bam. All right, number 10.
Nightcrawler's in here?
As he said,
I
he's
just smell
drinking
sulfur.
dew. He's snorting some dew. At the 100-foot journey, it made $2.4 million. It's made $49.3 million so far on a $22 million budget.
The 200-foot journey coming next fall.
Next fall. Number 9, The Giver made $2.5 million. It made $41.2 million on a $25 million budget. Not enough money even now for Nathan to have caught me in the last game.
Oh.
Really? Are we going to be like this?
Oh, we're gonna be this way.
He's always going to be this way. There has never been a
Always.
change.
Always.
He's just
Number
making
8
up for some
is
small
The November
components.
Man. It made $2.8 million. $22 million that one's made so far. No budget. Number 7 is If I Stay. It made $3.9 million. $44.8 million. That one's made on a $11 million budget. Number 6 is The Drop. What the hell's The Drop?
I was supposed to say, what is this?
Just a
Dude,
drop.
wow.
Maybe that's
Is
how
this
good
like
it
the
is.
drop the bass?
I don't know.
Here, let me look at
Drop
it.
the
Drop the
needle.
bass. I mean, $4.1 million. Somebody knew what it was. There's no budget listing there yet. Number 5 is Let's Be Cops. Why can't this movie die? $4.3 million. That one's made $73 million so far on a $17 million budget. Number 4 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. $4.8 million. That one's made $181 million so far on a $125 million budget.
Why can't that film just go away?
True.
Just found out what The Drop is. It is a New York City crime robbery thing. James Gandolfini's in it.
Oh, it's
so,
kind of like one of those.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's one of those. Yeah.
That's one of those.
Before he died.
Before he died, yes.
No, this is his ghost.
Yes.
Too soon? No.
He's celebrating Ghost
No,
Festival.
it's never too soon to make fun of Zach's idiocy. So
It's
there
true.
we go.
It's never too soon. Number 3 is Guardians of the Galaxy. It made $8.1 million.
Dethrone.
$305 million so far.
No, I think it's okay. I think it's okay for
Only
me.
took 7 weeks.
Yeah.
I don't think he got dethroned. I think he got tired of sitting on the throne and he needed to go take a walk.
Yeah.
Yep.
Over the weekend, it crossed $600 million globally. Guardians of the Galaxy. So there you go.
That's actually kind of sad when you think that half of that is domestic.
That's actually-
When usually it's around the 30-40% domestic, 60% international.
It is a little bit high percentage.
Yeah, but
I don't
I doubt
know how
I doubt.
widely it was released compared to those other.
I also doubt the percentage is more so that less international people are seeing it than it is just a lot more domestic people are seeing it.
Oh,
I don't think it's as much as a drop off. Yeah.
I think seeing a film multiple times is more of a domestic thing than it is other countries. I've seen it 3 times.
I mean, I'm
myself.
not saying it shouldn't make money. I'm just like, that usually the international markets.
You should suck it because it's a Marvel movie.
That is
This is
that
a good Marvel
That is
movie,
actually
though.
a cogent point.
You make that point like there are other ones that aren't good Marvel movies.
True.
There are some
Generally,
I think
generally all of them are pretty
wrong,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man.
So how about Dolphin
Pretty good.
Tale number 2?
Dolphin Tale was number 2. Made $5.8 million.
You mean
Uh,
15.8?
I'm sorry, 15.8. I wanted to cut part of it off. It made an extra 10 just for.
Just for Zach.
No, what's his name is in it?
Morgan Freeman?
Morgan Freeman.
That's right.
Number 1 this past weekend, No Good Deed. It made $24.2 million on a $15 million budget.
I guess that whole not doing like the press screeners made work. I don't know. I mean,
help.
it didn't damage it apparently.
That is
It's
the
actually
sequel
a
to.
pretty big opening for a horror movie.
Yeah, I thought it was a sequel to Mr. Deeds.
If only.
Every
I wish.
single review I've seen of this trashes it. Like,
Zach, I wish you could get logged in.
I really
I am logged in.
Or are you in the thing?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
crap. There you are. I'm trying not
I
to
really
see
do
the-
wish though. I like Dwayne's idea that it was a sequel to Adam Sandler's Mr. Deeds, where he goes
till the end.
he goes dark
Awesome.
and just goes on a murder rampage.
That's
That's
exactly
exactly
awesome.
what they should
Racist. He goes dark, and the bad guy is Idris Elba.
Is
Yeah, he does
that
that thing. He does that thing from Pacific Rim Job where he taps his ear and asks if you hear him.
Is there a movie that where the twist or
Does
the
he have
end
concertina?
has something where it goes back to a character from another film that you weren't expecting?
No, but I wish there
There's
was.
got to be something.
I haven't heard of such a thing.
It's a good idea.
I heard
Very good
most
idea.
Marvel movies where they reference themselves.
Okay. This
How about we reference how bad
No,
movies
I'm
suck?
actually. Ow!
You know, one of my favorite cameos is the couple from Eating Raoul show up in Chopping Mall at the very beginning. That's pretty fun.
That
They have no relation except that.
And
they
you know,
just pop.
Chopping Mall is worth seeing just for the title.
Chopping Mall is fan.
It's a classic.
It is, yes. I used to have that on VHS somewhere.
You have a classic horror movie for review too. And I couldn't remember the title of it.
Yeah, Stage Fright.
Stage Fright.
Yeah,
That's it. Stage
Ada
Fright.
wrote me last night and she's like, "You got something for me."
That's right. It's on now.
Yeah,
All right,
I was
keep
like, that's something.
All right. Speaking of great Marvel movies, like all of them, Disney has released the first official plot
Yes.
synopsis for Marvel Studios' Age of Ultron, revealing a key role for Tony Stark, played by Robert Downey Jr. in the inciting incident. All right.
What the hell are you
It's
talking
weird
about?
wording. All right. The information comes from the official project profile for the film, provided by Dude Comic Resources. Is that the link I sent you? Was it?
Uh-huh.
Because I thought I sent you the one just straight from Marvel.
No, that's the one.
All right, that's fine. Oh no, it was another one later. Never mind. So Marvel Studios presents Age of Ultron. It's an epic follow-up to last year's, 2 years ago, Avengers. Now, oh, it's been that long.
Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous.
Holy crap! It's gonna
How much
involve.
Mike's aged in 2 years? Just saying.
It's gonna have Iron Man, Captain America, Thor, Hulk, Black Widow, and Hawkeye back. Also introducing the Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver. Marvel's The Avengers. Avengers: Age of Ultron stars Robert Downey Jr., who returns as Iron Man along with Chris Evans as Captain America, Chris Hemsworth as Thor, Mark Ruffalo as Hulk, together with Scarlett Johansson as Black Widow and Jeremy Renner's Hawkeye, with the additional support of Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury, Colby Smulders as Agent Maria Hill. The team must reassemble to defeat James Spader as Ultron, a terrifying technological villain hell-bent on human extinction. Along the way, they confront two mysterious and powerful newcomers. Wanda Maximoff, played by Elizabeth Olsen, and Pietro Maximoff, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson, also known as the husband and wife from Godzilla, so that's going to be weird.
It's kind of weird.
But I mean, like, it kind of fits
It's also the Nowhere
siblings. And also meet a new friend with Paul Bettany, who's been the voice of Jarvis, as Vision.
I'm excited for the Vision.
I am written and directed by Joss Whedon. Avengers: Age of Ultron is a sequel to the 2012 Avengers, which grossed more than $1.5 billion worldwide box office. Coming out May 1st of next year.
What does all this tell us that we already know?
It's just basically an official plot synopsis.
Did you send this to me? I thought I was going to learn something.
Did you not read it?
No, I just trusted you.
I just figured you needed stuff.
Oh, I need a lot of things. We'll talk after the show. I got a list. Huge list.
But no, I mean, but getting an official plot synopsis is just more
Yeah.
down the line of getting close.
I want to know how the Vision is going to be integrated into the story. I can't, because the Vision is a character I loved in the comics.
And it's definitely going to be a different method of the Vision.
Yeah.
Whereas, like,
Do you think
the
he's
Vision in the
gonna be-
comics is like the brainwaves of Wonder Man put in an android that Ultron made, who was made by Hank Pym. It's like none of that. The Vision in this is just going to be Jarvis kind of gets his own Iron Man suit and lives in that.
And that's kind of cool.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah. So I wonder if he's going to be like created by Tony Stark to be like the machine to do battle against Ultron or something.
Oh, maybe.
As long as he's introduced by the Queen song One Vision, that'll be
Well, there'd be a
And-
problem
and-
since it was in an Iron Eagle movie already. Just saying.
And then he has to start doing the Scarlet Witch.
He does have to start doing the Scarlet Witch with his metal penis.
Yes.
Because he's a robot.
That would be an interesting relationship to see played on screen.
And we've
Yeah.
lost
It doesn't
Catherine.
necessarily have to be
Because if
metal.
you
I mean,
don't-
it could be like Kevlar
I heard metal
or,
penis and a pat
carbon
back.
fiber.
He's kind of back, yeah. In the comics, the Vision was an android, but he ended up marrying the Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Well, because he was an android, but all of his brain essentially was
Was still
human.
Wonder Man.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, not even quite Wonder Man, but yeah, it was like adapted from him and used a lot of like
Mhm.
personality and memories and whatnot. And like, and that's
I
basically.
wonder if
how-
she just married him for his metal penis.
That was the weird thing though, because Wonder Man also loved the Scarlet Witch, so you had that weird dichotomy. And now it's Wonder Man and Scarlet Witch are together because
Maybe it's
that
modular.
What?
Maybe it's modular. You got
Mod-
like different plug-ins.
Yes.
What is
Different attachments.
His
Yeah.
royal attachments.
Oh, like
Thanks,
so one
Bryson.
day he can pop it off and put the curved one on.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is pretty interesting. Okay. What do you say about that, Catherine?
I mean, I'm excited, but I hate saying that. I hate saying this, but I'm actually gonna agree with the Brony. I need to see a trailer before I can get like super duper excited.
Who directed it?
That's not
Who's directing it?
Joss Whedon, I know.
Who stars in it?
Everybody.
Okay.
Is there a
Everybody
time for a
for the
trailer
first
though? I
film,
mean,
and
she
then-
has a point.
No, I think the trailer's probably
It's early.
Christmas.
It's early. Yeah, the
And
trailer.
it's, no, it's just I
No,
can't.
it's not really. It's late.
I can't fangirl it out as much as y'all can because
Not
I
even
don't
for a
know-
metal penis.
Well, think about this. For the last Avengers movie, when did we get the first trailer? At the end of Captain America, which came out the summer before.
Right.
Yeah.
We're about to go into fall, and we don't have a trailer. We have some screenshots, but not much.
Yeah, actually, you're kind of right.
Yeah.
You would almost think we would have gotten it at the end of Guardians.
Yeah, we probably maybe should have got it at the end of Guardians or attached to
Because
Guardians.
there's not any more Marvel movies this year.
No.
We got Into the Woods from Disney.
Well, this
it's
is
going to be on a
also-
Disney film.
I mean,
That's
y'all,
true.
y'all forget about the MPAA basically issuing this new trailer mandate that you can only advertise your film starting in October. You can only advertise your film 2 to 4 months before it comes out.
What does that have to do with the MPAA?
That's
It's
weird.
trailer regulations.
No, it is.
Stupid.
It's true. There was a story about that.
That's why
Yeah.
you haven't seen a trailer for Inherent Vice, because it comes out in Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, but if it doesn't start
Oh wait,
till
I'm
October,
thinking
can't they go
the
ahead and
MPAA
do it
is
now?
just like the ratings people, but it's actually the motion pictures
Their
something
association.
association. So okay.
But no,
So it's the
I mean, that
theater
would
saying.
make sense.
but
That's why
again,
you-
that doesn't take place in effect until October. So there's still time to get it in under a wire.
I'm just saying, it's like that could be a possibility.
It could be.
Does that mean
it's a
teasers? So
point.
we won't have teasers anymore, right?
Yeah.
And
Not so much,
sounds like
but
there's another reason
to
to
be
hate
fair,
the
there's
MPAA.
still no reason to.
They need more time to play commercials.
There's no.
That's exactly what I feel.
But there's also no reason not to release one online.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Which is probably what will start happening. The teasers will all be online.
And it's kind of happened already.
Yeah, that's where.
Well, I mean,
that's
it'll be
fine.
exclusively.
One of my favorite online trailers that I've seen has been the Expendables 3 teaser on YouTube. The ad, the pre-roll ad, when you're going to go watch a video, it'll have Terry Crews like, "Don't you hit that button? Don't you hit that jump like play next
What are
button?"
you talking about? You have ad block. Why would you have to watch an ad?
What are you talking about?
Everybody should have ad block.
We're not talking about an ad. We're talking
You're
about.
talking about an ad on YouTube, right?
No.
I'm talking
We're
about
talking
the
about-
pre-roll ad on the
You're
video.
like a
Yeah.
child who
On
wants
the
to be in the
video.
middle of a movie,
On
Zach.
the DVD, Zach, the pre-roll ad like you get on DVDs. It's
No, you say don't hit that
You're so
button. On YouTube, you can get an ad that says
Zach,
hit this ad
Zach,
in 5
Zach.
Zach, stop.
you missed the whole thing.
I'm confused.
No,
No, I
we're
started
not-
off
listen.
fine, and then Zach
I'm not
started
talking-
There
I'm
is
not talking
the teaser trailer that was on YouTube was actually the pre-roll video that will be on the DVDs. And he's going, don't hit that
No.
next button,
No.
right?
That's not what I said at all.
Well, then I don't
When a-
fucking know what you're talking
I'm
about.
gonna take a break. Oh, man.
All right, hold on. So, all right, let's pause. You go watch a video on YouTube.
I have no clue.
You go watch a video on YouTube. There's a pre-roll ad.
Ads?
Yes.
Yes. They have ads on YouTube, and you can
This
download
is
it this
not a
summer
new
called
development,
Adblock.
people.
No,
Watch
this
that.
no. Now I know what you're talking about. Where it says the
Yeah.
skip button at the bottom.
Yeah, and the
I'm gonna go with
Expendables-
Zach on this.
Well, oh god.
Yeah, you have
The
ad block.
Expendables-
I've never seen ads.
The Expendables 3 ad on the pre-roll has Terry Crews going,
Well,
"Don't press the skip button," and he's yelling at the audience. He's trying to get audience interaction, and then it plays the Expendables trailer if you don't hit the skip button. And
I win.
it's using the format.
well,
actually don't
then let
care.
me say it like this. You know, I would like to thank the sponsors who played pre-roll ads in front of our videos on YouTube, Zach, and post-roll videos. That,
What are you talking about? I have ad block. I don't have to watch those.
but then I'm gonna kill you.
At least I finally kind of got the point.
I'm gonna kill you right now.
Tonight, the role of Nick
So-
Robert Savino will be played by
how about
Island Grinder.
How about we move on to the next one?
I'm
Yes,
out of
you're
script.
interrupt, Catherine. Talk now.
Elsa, Anna, and the rest of the
I'm
cast
gonna
of Frozen
kill you.
are getting their very own attraction at Walt Disney World Epcot Center. Shut up. The as yet unnamed project will be set up in Norway, replacing the Maelstrom log flume.
Boo!
I know, I love
this
Maelstrom.
classic
It needs either an
ride.
update or
It's-
this.
No,
It's
I
such
can
a
quote that right
classic ride.
verbatim. You
So
will
is
not
it-
be the first to pass, nor will you be the last. I think we wrote this, didn't we?
Mhm.
We Steven, yeah. Replacing the Maelstrom. According to the Disney Parks blog, the Norway Pavilion is a natural fit because it showcases the country and region that inspired the film. The attraction will take our guests to Arendelle and immerse them in many of their favorite moments and music from the film. The pavilion will also include a royal greeting location where Anna and Elsa can meet our guests because it's insanity standing in line. Didn't you guys say that you
There was a
tried
line.
like 5 hours
There was
long?
a line to get into the line, and the woman who was close to the line, the head of the line to get into the line, was like
Right.
3 or 2.5 hours.
Oh, yeah.
You
So there was a
You
line
love-
to get into
you
line. Yeah,
love
woman
your
who was close
children.
to the line.
A lot.
You really do. The family that we went with when we were down there, they stayed in line for 5 hours.
No.
I'm not joking.
For a costume
And
character?
for a
I will
costume
remind
character.
you. I will remind you. A
What the?
day ticket for one person at Disney World is about $100, and the
So you
park's only
spent
open
half
for
your
10 hours.
day
Exactly.
You paid $50
$100
per person to stand in line.
for
To go and
somebody
see
making
Anna and
a
Elsa.
minuscule amount of money to dress up like a character that they really aren't and to take their picture with you.
And by the way, those Elsas, they're not that great.
Oh.
I
Frozen
have
has
yet
been
to see
featured.
a good Elsa costume.
I haven't. You know
I
what?
haven't seen a good one.
I think it's the wig. They all have these jank ass wigs, and I
Yes.
think it's the fact that they try to get it too white instead of just making it a nice platinum blonde.
Yeah.
because in Once Upon a Time, her hair actually looks really nice. Like the stills that have come out thus far, her hair looks nice. But everybody else, it is like a. It looks
is like this.
Yeah,
It's just-
and it's just, it's awful.
Yeah.
I agree. That's sadly. Why am I agreeing with you so much? Frozen has been featured
And
in
on
part.
top of that, Catherine, I was able to cut between the two videos of you guys both holding your hands above your head the same way.
Well, thanks. Appreciate it.
You know, I do like the one Elsa who is being groped by Deadpool. Have you seen that video?
Great.
Yeah,
No.
Pretty good.
Wow.
No.
It's pretty good. She says, "Let it go," and that cuts and Deadpool's grabbing her. She throws her hand off of it.
That's kind of funny.
Well, there we go. Okay, Frozen has been featured in the park for a while now. Frozen Summer Live, all the activities, and they'll have sing-alongs and everything. But this is what I'm really excited for, and I really, really need to go so that way I can see this. The movie will have a prominent role in Christmas season as well. Starting in November, Queen Elsa will use her powers to turn Cinderella's castle into an ice palace every night, and many of the characters will take part in the park's Christmas time parade.
Oh my goodness.
Because they make it snow. It is Orlando, and it is in, you know, like, it can be like 60 degrees, but every single night they make it snow in the Magic Kingdom, and it's so magical. It's so magical. I know Elsa's going to make it snow.
Aw.
And it's awesome because I'm Elsa. So, minus the ice powers, or maybe I do have ice powers. I don't know. Yeah.
You would have
the rest of
frozen
it's just
Zach
what
by
we're
now if
talking
you
about.
did.
Yeah, you probably would have.
What was that?
Would have frozen Zach by now if you did.
I definitely would have.
I think Catherine may have brain damage.
Just ear damage.
I like
It's
stories. I look
Stop it,
worried.
stop it. Here's the deal. I don't like that they're taking. Oh no. I don't like that they're taking away the maelstrom. Number two, I don't feel like that's an appropriate place for a princess ride. I feel like it should be in Magic Kingdom, not in Epcot. Epcot is the adult place, not the child's place. Because when I walk around Epcot, I fully intend on being fully schnockered. I fully intend on being wasted, and I don't want to ruin some child's
You
experience.
fully intend on being wasted in every part of the park.
I agree.
That's true. But here's the deal. In
When we were
Magic
in the
Kingdom,
park
I'm
together,
not
I
as
had to
wasted.
hold on to Catherine's backpack to keep her from running.
I'm not as drunk when I'm in Magic Kingdom because I know that that's a magical experience.
It's harder
for
to
kids.
find booze in Magic
And
Kingdom.
that's the other thing.
Yeah, but she knows where they're
Let
at.
me say this as somebody who this year tried the Drink Around the World experience at Epcot, which is not actually a Disney sanctioned event, but you can find a
Oh, yes.
guide online. Bring money. This is an expensive achievement.
Oh, it is.
Like you will blow $100 easy if you
Well,
make it.
this is why somebody, I'm not naming names, some families might sneak in
Yeah, but then it
alcohol.
doesn't really
Yeah,
count.
they might do
Then it
that.
doesn't count, you're right. But I still like
Yeah,
being
it's-
wasted. Like, anytime I hear the Three Caballeros or even I smell tequila, I think of Disney World now because I always think of those tequila flights. But that's the thing, like even though that one is Donald and the Three Caballeros, it's still kind of sort of not an adult ride. But kids don't want to ride that one as much. Every single child is going
Which
to
says
be like,
a lot for a park
"Stop."
that isn't adult oriented.
That was the ride I found the first Hidden Mickey on, and I was so excited.
Oh, and
It's,
on the
on
Maelstrom?
their, it's on their boat. No, on the Three Caballeros. It's on the. There's a boat, and it's
And
Three
look,
bongo
Nico
drums.
is tuned out.
and that's
Sorry,
making
Nico.
up this- it's
Welcome to
making
my
up-
world when we start talking about comics.
No, that's fine.
I was gonna
I'll
say.
be back with you.
I agree with you
Nice.
in that it probably shouldn't be at Epcot. I agree with you on that. I do have a counterpoint.
What?
Oh god.
Epcot needs rides, and Epcot needs attention. This will give it that attention, and
But-
also
Because Tomorrowland looks like Yesterdayland.
No,
Also,
that's in
same.
Magic Kingdom. So shut up.
where would you put this new Anna also?
And you're absolutely right. That I have no other place
Up
to
your
put it.
butt.
It's just one of those things where I'm not entirely sure how I feel about that. And I guess this is just Disney growing and changing, but I don't know.
This is. I think this is
I just-
Disney trying to get younger money into Epcot.
Yeah,
Horrific
agree.
trilogy.
I think it did better in Magic Kingdom.
Crank it.
All right, guys, what more conversation?
We're not gonna take up. But
Hey, thanks for that.
Yeah, very true.
yeah.
We're doing
Okay, fine. I know you guys are bored. What? Speaking of being bored, who's bored?
Wow.
Oh, okay.
You just got segued.
Wow.
Bam.
You just got Nightcrawler of it.
That's right. Jason Bourne is back. Matt Damon and director Paul Greengrass, who team for the second and third Bourne films, The Bourne Supremacy and The Bourne Ultimatum, are in the process of cutting deals with Universal Pictures to return for a third film together in the series. Deadline has a report which confirms Latino Review's scoop from months ago. This is like my friend's best friend's cousin's sister thing.
What's that make us?
I don't know.
Absolutely nothing.
Absolutely, just like always. Damon would return to the titular. I like that. Titular character.
I wonder why.
Yeah. Damon had always said he would not return without Greengrass, while the director had made it clear that he felt he had nowhere else to go with the character. Now, apparently, he feels differently. He must need to pay some bills. Interestingly, Universal already had a Bourne film planned for July 16, 2016 release, though that was to have been Jeremy Renner starring sequel to the spin-off picture, The Bourne Legacy, the sucky spin-off picture. But now the plan reportedly is to go into production in the first on the Damon. How southern did that sound? Damon.
Damon.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. I totally lost my place. The Damon Greengrass film for 2016 date, and then follow up with the Renner sequel, which is to be directed by Fast and Furious franchise stalwart Justin Lin. This will enable Lin to focus on season 2 of HBO's True Detective, which he is in talks for. It also gives Universal the most coveted of movie prizes these days, a shared universe of interconnected yet separate franchises, the Damon Bourne and the Renner Bourne. I'm not gonna read that last line. But anyway, I like the idea of the Jeremy Renner character, but that movie was terrible. And I actually really like Paul Greengrass as a director. His most recent thing was Captain Phillips.
Do the Bourne movies get
Pretty darn good.
better as far as the Matt Damon ones?
I think so.
Okay, because I liked the first 30 minutes, hour or so of the first Bourne movie, and then I felt it just.
Well, I forget who directed that one, but Paul Greengrass did the second and third. I like both of those.
I may put them back on the
I like
list.
both of those. And I can just kind of like the character too. It's entertaining. It's kind of reminds me of like an '80s over the top kind of thing. You know, it's like Remo Williams without the comedy.
I'd rather have Remo Williams.
I would love to have Remo Williams.
Yeah.
We're not getting that.
What's Fred Ward doing now?
I don't know.
That's a good question.
Not playing Remo Williams.
Yeah.
The mistake of his career.
I'm gonna say
not continuing.
infomercials,
He's in Nashville cutting a country music album.
cutscenes in Command and Conquer video games. That's actually, a lot of people seem to end up there.
Him and Mike Firefly.
Is that Tim Curry?
All right,
I was
so
just going to check it out and see what the heck he's
sorry,
doing.
so who's got the next story?
Man,
Mike.
I have a script.
What the?
Yep.
Mike
You don't have a script? Oh, yeah, that's
we
what you
ran
ran
out
out.
of paper.
Yeah.
I've got. I just had this. I've been trying to use it, but
This is not working.
You're
out.
using it for
What you've
something.
done is that it's like a
Why is
paper.
it brown?
Oh, by the way, Fred Ward was apparently in Two Guns.
Oh, was he?
Yeah. It's
I
his
like
last
that
movie
movie.
credit.
I have that Blu-ray now. I don't remember.
fun. For the minutes.
He was great.
Maybe he played Remo Williams. Maybe it was like a secret
By the
cameo.
way, have you guys accidentally gotten the Walk Among the Tombstones and Equalizer trailers confused? Because they're almost exactly the same.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Isn't it ridiculous?
That's okay.
I've only seen a TV spot for Walk Among the Tombstones. Both films look.
I've seen
No.
Equalizer. People are still gonna go and see them.
Honestly, I haven't even seen the spot.
I wish I
for
could
a
see
while.
them both back to back and just call it one long 4-hour movie that the main character just changes color and accent halfway through. It's like the stunt cop from Orgasmo. No one will care. No one will care.
I really hate to say it, but every time they mention the Equalizer, all I can think of is Wolf of Wall Street and Rob Reiner screaming at his television. I missed the plot on the Equalizer. I keep thinking of that. That's the only thing I think of.
I'm waiting for a clever segue, guys.
It's not working.
I'm
You
just
should
going to have to
jump in.
dive in.
But speaking of film,
That's really
That
That's
is
like the worst.
really pathetic.
Speaking of film, Sam Mendes will be filming
And he went with it. He took what he can get, and he's.
the 24th James Bond film on December 6th. We'll begin filming on December 6th. Actually, it says there's going to be a table read on December 6th at Pinewood Studios.
Something is going to happen on December 6th.
Something is happening on December 6th, and it has something to do with the 24th Bond movie.
Until it gets delayed and not on December 6th anymore.
Yeah.
Wait, that's at Pinewood Studios. Are they going to accidentally have lightsabers and stuff?
I was wondering the same thing.
Because that's where Star Wars always films.
Or a Pinewood Derby race will break out.
No, it has to be Star Wars related.
It does.
What happened to the 007 stage?
They turned it into Han Solo's house because he has to stay there a lot because he has a broken leg.
I
Okay.
thought it was just an ankle.
Maybe.
Daniel Craig will return as the iconic British spy for his 4th Bond movie. The also reprising the roles will be Ralph Fiennes as M, Naomi Harris as Eve Moneypenny, Rory Kinnear as Bill Tanner, and Ben Winshaw as Q.
Which one was Bill Tanner?
I was
Oh, no, that was the
remember
assistant. That was the assistant.
Okay.
That's right.
The Mendez, who directed the last Bond pick, the Skyfall, is helming from a script by John Logan that was rewritten by Neil Purvis and Robert Wade. They all three worked on, collaborated on Skyfall.
So
So
basically,
that's good news, actually.
the team that's brought the best Bond movie in probably decades is
back.
back.
They're
Yeah,
back.
Skyfall, the
same
one that has
team-
the Home Alone ending where they bootstrap the
Yes,
castle.
and it's fantastic.
That same team also did Die Another Day.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So this same
Sam
team
Mendes
has
directed
been.
some-
Die Another
Are
Day.
you sure about
I'm
that?
more than 100%.
All of a sudden, I'm not so excited.
But no, but the same team also did Casino Royale, Quantum of Solace, and Sky.
Okay, all of a sudden, I'm excited.
Yeah, they
I'm
messed
trying to help
up
Michelle
and then
get in.
realized how to fix it.
So, MGM, Sony, and producers Michael G.
Michael
Wilson,
J.
I'm
Fox.
sorry.
Yeah.
Michael J. Fox,
Sam Mendes
And,
did not direct Die Another Day.
No, the same screenwriting.
screenwriter.
That doesn't matter.
That doesn't matter at all.
I think Mendez has a lot to do with it.
Yeah.
I agree.
Lee Tamahori directed Die Another Day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you can tell.
And you know who he's not? Sam Mendes. That's the
I didn't
point.
say Sam Mendes. I said
You said the same team. The same team. Well, for one,
writing
obviously.
team.
Huh?
I meant the writing team.
you didn't
say
say
that.
right. Get your.
You did not say that.
No, your plate's right!
This conversation has hardly gone on. Mike, you got anything else?
I got the.
Did we allow
It's a
it?
little bit of a recap. The earlier the producers, including Barbara Broccoli, had announced the release
Barbara
dates are
Broccoli.
locked. The October 23rd, 2015 for the UK and November 6th, 2015 for the US.
I'm really looking at
And just a reminder.
movies next year.
Skyfall was the top grosser in the franchise with 1.1 billion worldwide. The best DVD and Blu-ray seller and the all-time best performer, period, at the UK box office. So as much as we loved it, they loved it even better.
I would kind of hope so.
Across the pond.
It's kind of their movie.
And it got an Oscar for Adelaide's original song.
Adelaide? You mean Adele?
Adele?
Did you just have a John Travolta moment?
Adelaide.
Yeah, I
was
think
he?
it did have a John Travolta. I don't get that, but I'm assuming it's for.
That's a pretty funny reference. Pico's pretty good.
And it's kind of cool. The story was scooped by a British website, MI6.
I mean, if I was gonna have a Bond movie website, it would be
Yeah,
MI6.
I'm assuming that's like a fan site, not or a fan news site, not the actual.
Imagine that person was
MI6.
searching
Yeah,
for
the actual
MI6 got this
MI6
site
did their
instead.
own scoop. All right, so who
That's
cares
all right.
about this?
I can't.
I'm
That's pretty
excited.
cool.
It's a new Bond film.
Yeah, I'm ready. I mean, I don't know what else to say about it.
It's like it's like this is going to be, in a way, this will be the first Bond movie of this reboot because everything else has been.
It's going to be a
It's pretty
real,
cool, yeah.
real James Bond movie.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
Real.
I still think the other ones were real.
Oh, yeah, they
No,
were,
no,
but I think
were
this
set
will
up
be.
in, a lot of them were set up because this one, the gun barrel should be at the beginning, right?
So now, I mean, it's got M and Q and all those classics.
I mean, I'm glad- I'm glad-
I think it's just going to be fun.
That's true too. I don't know. I'm not. I don't have doubt
Moonraker.
in my mind about this movie. Like when I first saw Skyfall, I thought this is a good movie. It didn't really like
Don't
jolt
start
me.
dissing on
And then I
Skyfall.
saw it again, and I'm like, this is freaking amazing. It like needed time to digest, and when it digested, it was gold.
Yeah.
So you
I
can
love
defend
Skyfall.
That title sequence is still one of my it's in my top 3. Just the
Well,
that-
thank
that's
God
what
for
I-
that. That means everything.
No, like what I'm most excited about this is like new title sequence.
Well,
That's-
More
James Bond does
movies-
have the best title sequence.
More
Which one?
movies need title sequences.
Well, that doesn't
Everything.
always mean anything because I actually kind of liked the one with the Madonna song.
Die Another Day.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
title sequence.
which
No,
I mean, I
title
guess
sequence.
at that
Actually,
point,
it's a good song.
even
Yeah,
the
I like
bad,
Die
even the
Another Day.
bad Bond movies do have pretty cool
They
title
do.
sequences.
GoldenEye is one of the best opening title sequences. I love it.
You gotta think though, in terms of working in credit sequences in Hollywood, the golden standard is gonna be a Bond.
But you know, the Marvel films have really, they've all got the
Marvel
amazing-
movies,
They don't have a title sequence.
Marvel movies sequences are.
Well, maybe I'm thinking just more of the credits.
They're
They,
in
uh,
they're in credits because they're pretty flashy.
Yeah, because Marvel chooses not to be premature. They go in for
Yeah.
the long haul.
And I was about to say like
All the
Girl,
way to the end.
I understand that. Girl with the Dragon Tattoo had a title sequence that
The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo title sequence looked like a Bond title sequence.
that was my thing.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
David
it
Fincher-
was a Bond movie.
David Fincher has always said he's wanted to direct a Bond movie. So that's the closest we will ever possibly get.
I mean, he has Bond in
to
it.
getting a James
I
Bond
really want to see that movie.
It had the title sequence, okay?
Speaking of James Bond's title sequence, and I'll just give it a little bit. Let's review the lyrics for Thunderball.
God.
Oh my God, that's
Dude,
amazing.
he
By-
always runs. He
by
never walks.
Tom Jones.
Tom
He
Jones.
always runs while others walk. He acts while other men just talk. He looks at this world and wants it all, so he strikes like thunder. Ball?
No, but Tom Jones singing it, nothing is ever a question.
You're,
First off, Tom Jones sings it like Thunderball. I mean, it's
Actually, no, he is kind of questioning it. It is kind of, because it's got that lip.
Anybody,
Yeah, when you got that-
anybody would have to question, like,
Oh.
what strikes like Thunderball?
Damn it. I thought that was such a good line that he never put, but actually he does. It is kind of weird.
yeah,
Just because it rhymes doesn't make it okay.
works for him.
No, actually, I think
because
that's
Tom
not
Jones.
true. I think
Yeah.
that does make it.
It's still a cool title sequence. It
Rhyming
expands to
solves
235.
That's true.
But I have to say, I actually kind of like to Never Say Never better than Thunderball.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wait, no, you're saying okay. I was thinking of title sequence. I'm like, it doesn't have a title
Not
sequence.
necessarily the title sequence, just the movie.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Well, actually, it's got that whole title sequence, that whole.
This is somebody,
Rescue thing.
Zach, who has watched the box set a little too much.
It was only my childhood.
I'm quite impressed.
So-
Yeah.
Zach's knowledge of Bond.
Zach and I
Bond
both
is-
own the Epic box
Bond
set.
stuff.
I have seen
Yeah,
at
what is
most
he-
6 Bond films.
You don't see
Really?
I need to see more.
I've seen-
when I was 10 years old, I went out of my way to catch it was the
Last week.
falls on TBS. In the fall, they'd have 27 days of 007. Every night, I would watch a Bond movie. I'd get friends over from school and we'd watch a Bond movie. It was literally my childhood nights.
Likewise with Dwayne or Deane.
Yeah, the Yang.
The Bond movies are unfortunately a kind of a blind spot. Like I've seen all of the Brosnan and Craig movies, and I've seen a couple of the Roger Moore movies, mostly though in.
Mike and I always had a fight about
Okay.
this because I blaspheme. I know I'm totally. It's kind of like preferring Stevie Ray Vaughan to Jimi Hendrix, which I do. I also prefer Roger Moore to Sean Connery.
He's crazy.
Whoa.
I do.
What?
Because
Okay.
because those movies are fun. Something about Sean Connery just kind of makes me angry.
You're in luck then, because
be fair.
Comic Shop Guy has a picture of Sean Connery autographed by Roger Moore. It's very rare.
and I've seen Connery bits as well too, and I can kind of see it because Connery's boss kind of an asshole.
He is.
Yeah.
The character in
He's-
this book is an asshole.
Yeah.
Actually,
Yeah, but I
the
actually
character
like
in the
sort of
book
that happy-go-lucky kind of
is
fun
too big an
Roger Moore.
asshole. I don't like the books. I've read 2 or 3 of them, and I just quit. It just
Yeah,
And
he's a
that's it.
douche.
He just seems
Yeah.
so douchey, the Sean Connery one does. Whereas, there's some campy stuff that goes on in the Roger Moore.
Oh, you mean like in
Octopussy?
nearly every
Come on.
Roger Moore movie, there's that shot of what's the name? There was this guy who
Come on,
was
get
an
it out.
editor turned director, and every film of his, he'd have a bird spinning 360 degrees around. He'd use that editing trick.
I don't have a clue.
Because, I mean...
Should we just move on?
Yes.
Probably. 'Cause
Fine.
Well, unfortunately,
Whatever.
he's got the next story.
Yeah, just read
we
something.
have spent a lot of time on Bond.
Yeah.
Oh, this is me. Sorry, I saw Catherine's name. Under TV, Marvel and Netflix are proud to announce that acclaimed actor Scott Glenn has joined Marvel's Daredevil, an all-new 13-episode series premiering on Netflix in 2015. Best known for his work in the blockbuster films such as The Bourne Ultimatum, Silence of the Lambs, and The Hunt for Red October, Scott Glenn will play Stick, the mysterious martial artist and mentor of Matt Murdock, aka
This is Matt.
Daredevil.
This is your mysterious martial art master. What's his name?
Stick.
It's
Is
more
that-
enigmatic
Wait a
than Bond.
minute. Is that where Splinter
Yes.
came from in
Yes, that
Turtles?
is.
Now it all makes sense.
Yes.
I don't know. If I was badass enough, I'd walk around with a name like Stick.
Quote.
Or if I was in a porn.
It
with
could
a
just
name
be
like-
a really
Wow.
obscure Teddy Roosevelt reference.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You strike me more of a butterfly knife. That's your street name.
Maybe.
Because you have to explain to it. No, it's butterfly. It's
No.
short for butterfly knife,
Yeah,
man.
it has a
You know,
sharp. It's got a sharp blade in it. I promise you. Just let me get it over.
This is gonna take a moment.
Damn,
I'm looking really cool. Jesus! Ow! Shut again!
And you would know me from a distance because my fingers are all cut up. And I'm gonna put that knife over.
See, you like this idea.
No, you just have to have the tape.
Yeah. Well, no, then just name me Mandolin.
Wow. Go ahead, Zach.
That's gonna stick now.
It really is.
Stick is one of the most important figures in Matt Murdock's life, and Scott Glenn embodies all the qualities of someone who's integral to this hero's journey, said Jeff Loeb? Loeb?
Yes.
Yeah, Loeb,
Yes.
Marvel's head of television. There are few actors who could bring the authenticity, gravitas, and charisma to such a key role in Matt's journey to become the superhero we call Daredevil. As you know, Marvel's Daredevil follows the journey of Matt Murdock, who was blinded as a young boy, but imbued with an extraordinary senses, now fighting against the injustice by day as a lawyer, and by night as a superhero Daredevil in modern-day Hell's Kitchen, New York City.
Speaking of Hell's Kitchen, that show has been great.
Isn't it all like residential now?
And then it stars all
It
these
is
other
kinda.
people no one cares about.
They're kind of jerks in that.
So it's like he's battling the evil homeowners associations
Yeah, he did.
But anyway, we have a new casting.
and rent
in
control.
Daredevil.
I'm actually excited for that. Scott Glenn is.
Scott Glenn's fun.
That guy's busy
Scott
lately.
Glenn,
He's in The Leftovers.
He's kind of like making a little comeback,
Yeah.
sort of.
And the good thing about
It's
the
almost
next,
like Quentin Tarantino's pick for that role. If he was
Yeah.
directing it, he would pull somebody out of nowhere like that.
I think that I'm really looking forward to the Daredevil series. Likewise, though, to our earlier discussion about Avengers, I want a trailer.
Yeah.
Really bad.
I
Maybe
mean,
this is does this start this year?
No, this starts next year.
Yeah,
It comes out like
There's not
June.
enough time.
and you know, Netflix is really bad about that. We get the Orange is the New Black trailer a month before it starts.
Yeah, we'll probably. I expect something early in the year to get something, because we had a few months that we had the trailer for House of Cards before the show premiered. So I think we'll get something soon. Especially, honestly, there is no way there's not a trailer for this in Avengers: Age of Ultron. That would be ridiculous if there's not a trailer.
It would be cool. We're on TV now. We're talking about TV.
And superheroes.
Yes.
Well, but before that, well, no, wait.
That was my
You
segue,
can
right?
go. Yeah, that's your segue.
I just got segued.
Yeah.
Bitch.
With the
Bam.
potential return of a
Bam.
live-action version of The Tick, still in the very early stages.
Boom.
Details on the project are scarce. Over to you, Steven. While it might be too early to give the specifics, thank you. I'm here every
I
Wednesday.
hate you. I kind of hate you.
While it, editing would be really good for our
Yeah.
show. I'll just throw that out there. While it might be too early to go into specifics, lead actor Patrick Warburton recently dropped some unofficial details on what we could possibly expect. In an interview with MovieWeb, Warburton suggested that The Tick creator Ben Elslund may take the character in a new, darker direction. I love to see what Ben Elslund's new vision for this is. I think it will be different, perhaps a little darker and a little edgier.
See, I
We'll
think
see what happens.
I think everything around the Tick will be darker and edgier, but the Tick won't be, because otherwise it's not the Tick.
Could you just see Arthur like in the middle of his parents dead? This is horrible.
If they're gonna redo it, they have to go completely different because that. So many people haven't seen it, but the original Tick live animated is hilarious.
It
It's
is.
classic. So under. If you've not seen it,
I was confused by live animated, which series?
live action.
Okay,
You didn't say live animated.
because there were 2 series.
I'm gonna kill you right
It's not
now.
my fault.
Why
There was-
you're targeting
There was an
me?
animated series and a live action series.
Look, Mandolin, you just need to settle down.
It's gonna get you. It's gonna.
That's
You know how I am. I strike late.
Yeah,
Stephen
so
Mandolin
I'll be
Lackey.
Banjo, Nico can be Flat Top, and
Wash up base.
yeah.
Absolutely.
So
Okay.
take it, washed up.
You take a mandolin and go like Elsa falling on you and
Take
fasten
it,
it
washed
with
up. This is ridiculous.
I think Ben's newest vision and truest version for the show is a darker and edgier spin, says Warbird. I hope that this is a joke in some way.
I don't think it is.
Okay.
No, I think it is. How are you going to go darker with the Tick?
It'll be purple and stuff.
Thanks to being
Does it
still
maybe
12 years after
Yeah.
the original series, it will look different
That's
and
right.
more modern. It would be a new concept.
Well, thank God for that.
Warburton also shares that he is willing to play the Tick again, noting that he never thought he'd have this opportunity. It was the most fun I ever had, except wearing the suit. When you put on a suit, and you need 2 tubes of KY jelly to assist in putting on the suit. And then you basically spend the next 12 hours in a soup of sweat and KY jelly.
Why don't we get Catherine back in the conversation when KY Jelly comes up?
Because I'm thinking this sounds
Well,
like a
look at
good
it.
Saturday night.
It's KY jelly and it's metal penises.
That's right. This
Right.
is a good night for you.
KY jelly soup. It's too bad we started titling the episodes beforehand.
Well, I can always change it.
Well, KY jelly soup it is.
KY Jelly.
The Tick is based on the 80s comic by Ben Edlund. The original live-action The Tick miniseries was canceled in 2002 after only 9 episodes. Last month, we reported that Amazon is working on bringing the live-action version of The Tick back with a
Thank God
test
for that.
pilot using their Amazon customer voting model. Speaking of live-action superhero shows, I would like to put this out there. When do we get Misfits of Science back?
I don't know. I want Panther Man back too.
Panther Man?
Yeah.
Are we getting Man? We're getting Manimal, right?
Manimal.
We were getting mad. I remember that story. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're
That's something we read at some point.
pretty good. Yeah.
We
it is.
read lots
we
of
read
things.
that. Yeah.
Remember when we read about the Ghostbusters donuts? Those are
I want those. All that matters to me is
I remember we read about the Tick having a new show. That was pretty cool.
that was pretty cool. Except what's cooler is next week, the Blacklist comes back.
Yes.
Monday. As does
Gotham starts.
Gotham
And Sleepy Hollow comes
and
back.
Sleepy. Well, yeah, I haven't been watching Sleepy Hollow. But
Sleepy Hollow would do pretty
Wait,
well.
that means we are on the cusp of the Simpsons Family Guy crossover, right?
They're coming up on, yeah.
It's on the
Sunday
way.
after next, I believe.
Wow, isn't that like crossing the streams?
It is like crossing the
It
street.
is.
Are they crossing the strings
You said that was bad.
when they also do the Simpsons Futurama crossover, which is
You know,
later this year, isn't
You
it?
got all this focus on crossing the stream. Should you be concerned about why both of you were peeing in the same tunnel to start with?
Maybe it's like a country pee.
It's a bonding experience.
Oh, it's like a trough?
It's a team building.
Yeah, it's like
Or
his
just
old
like-
elementary school.
Has the trough gone away? I don't see
I don't
it.
You're the one who deals
I
with kids
hope-
more. It's
I
trough.
really hope
No.
they have.
Dude, we're in Williamson County. We don't have troughs.
That's
So you
true.
just pee on the floor?
We,
No.
The last time
Hold
I
on,
was,
hold on, let me
last time I
correct
was
this.
at a racetrack, they actually had urinals.
He's at Williamson County. They have butlers
I think
hold their
probably
hand out to carry it and go put it in a.
Oh,
Toilet.
this boy!
That's probably that's probably true. So like if you had the trough and then you had that big oval thing that you step on the bar to make the water.
Yeah.
that's a classic.
I love
I like
those
that.
actually. It's
I like
one
that.
less thing I have to touch in the bathroom.
Yep.
I like that.
I think the coolest thing I've seen at a bar bathroom before is, and I've seen them at a few bars over the last few years, is the kick the door open. Like
I
there's
was
a
about to
foot
say.
push thing that you can just basically like
Oh.
kick the door open. It's like it's a little metal platform, so you're not like messing with the wood on the door, and you just use it to push the door open. So you're not touching the freaking door.
I've seen the ones where it's more of a prying motion. Like it's a big metal foot.
What about
See,
like,
yeah, that's
what about
good.
going in with your shoulders?
Well, now there are also, because most, for whatever reason, most restroom doors open inwards. But they also make one where you can hook your elbow in. At the
That's
door.
one thing I always
I'm glad
loved
to know I'm
about
not the only one who has
loved
that.
about airport stalls. They open outward.
I noticed that last one was in the airport
Yeah.
too.
What's up with that? The weirdest
It's in
bathroom.
case you have a wide stance.
I guess. It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
Really, they should just have saloon doors open both ways.
Exactly. Well, in some gyms they have that. The weirdest thing I ever saw that was about regarding the urinal is I was watching a documentary thing about oddities in Japan, and there was a place that had urinals. You know the game where you shoot the water into the clown's mouth and make the balloon blow up.
Yeah.
They had a giant urinal shaped like that,
Yes.
and it moved the whole time. You're trying to pee in it.
I think that's awesome. I would be into that.
I would not want to be the one responsible for cleaning that bathroom though, because there's going to be some people that care.
I've heard some things I'm not going to mention about Filipino strip clubs.
Okay.
Well, that's a whole different topic that we should probably do a whole series of shows about.
Or not at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually,
you
I'd
have the
rather
comments
not.
list?
Yeah.
Why don't you do that? Why don't you give us that?
All right.
Give us that.
No Blu-rays came out this week.
I forgot to listen.
On Blu-rays this week, we
Oh,
got
thank you, Zach. I'm not prepared.
Godzilla 2D and 3D edition.
Yep.
The Fault in Our Stars. Big Bang Theory 7th season. Ghostbusters 1 and 2 4K remastered edition. Texas
Ooh,
Chainsaw.
want that.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre 40th Anniversary 4K edition. Sleepy Hollow, the complete first season. Eraserhead. Hannibal season 2.
It's a show I need to get to back into.
I haven't watched it.
South Park, the complete 17th season.
17.
Ah,
Ridiculous.
We're on 18. The Great Train
It could
Robbery.
True.
And
that's enough of that.
yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's pretty bad.
Speaking of the Ghostbusters set, you know what? Ghostbusters 2 doesn't really get enough love. It's not,
It's a
You know,
complete
love
copy of the
Ghostbusters.
first
Ah.
one.
as good as the first one by any means.
I always hated it,
Uh-huh.
but here recently, I was having to do just a lot of tedious work, and I had, thanks to Netflix, I just played Ghostbusters, and then I just watched the second one. It was nowhere near as bad as I remembered it.
It's funny.
It's
There
not
are
as good as the first.
Yeah, and
but
that's
it was
the
a
ultimate
pretty
problem
decent movie.
is it's not as good as the first. It's on its own a good movie, but they also kind
I
of
should watch.
they
This.
kinda
I
more-
can't remember what.
they kind of more made it a more family friendly movie too than the first Ghostbusters was.
Yeah,
but-
because you have the baby.
You have the
Oh,
baby.
Ghostbusters 2 is the same but different sequel that we get. It's the same movie as Ghostbusters 1, but different. Opening scene. What's the opening scene of Ghostbusters?
Library.
Library. What's the opening scene of Ghostbusters 2?
Museum.
Museum.
Yeah.
No, it is baby carriage.
Oh, the
getting
baby
lost.
carriage.
Yeah.
Both of them are suspenseful. Both of them.
Actually, I thought the
Lead into
intro
the-
to
lead into
Ghostbusters
the-
was just funny.
No,
The library thing.
It was the library.
Yeah, that was
As a
just
kid,
funny.
You're supposed to feel.
I saw it first when I was
You
a kid.
don't know what.
I was a scaredy cat kid, and I thought the library scene was
You
just
were a
funny.
scaredy cat kid though, because
Because
As much-
Ghostbusters isn't a scary movie.
well, I mean, see, I love Darth
See, when
Vader
you're like
as a
5 years
character, but I
old.
was never terrified by him.
Oh, it gave me nightmares.
Ooh, you know
I
what
know
terrified
that's
me?
come up.
There was a
but
local furniture dude who had a commercial. I would run behind the couch whenever his commercial came on, and I swear to you, we were in his furniture shop one day, and that dude came up to me, and I.
That was last week, actually.
That was
Welcome to Dwayne's Weekend.
Speaking of
What
terrifying,
terrified me was Town That Dreaded Sundown, that movie, and they're remaking it. I just saw
Oh
it.
my!
Yeah, they're also remaking I Saw the Devil. Good luck with that.
Yeah.
All right, so in comics, Marvel has all new X-Men number 32, Deadpool biannual number 1, Edge of Spider-Verse number 2, Miles Morales Ultimate Spider-Man number 5, and the last issue of Thor: God of Thunder number 25.
Deadpool's by. I didn't know that.
In DC Comics, there's a lot of Futures and tie-ins, so I took all those out. Batman and Turtle number 24,
Screw those.
Fables 144, Infinite Crisis, Fight for the Multiverse number 3, Multiversity, The Society of Superheroes number 1, and the Sensational Comics featuring Wonder Woman number 2. On small press, we have BPRD, Hell on Earth 123, Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 10 number 7, X-Files Season 10 number 16, Oddly Normal number 1, and The Wicked and the Divine number 4.
Did you guys ever finish reading original
Yeah.
Sin? And
Oh shoot!
It would. I liked it. It wasn't as strong as the rest of the series, though.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't as bad an ending as
It wasn't an awful
accustomed
ending.
to.
It felt kind of flat, but it wasn't like awful, and it didn't like ruin anything.
But there's aspects of it that I think are neat setups for what's coming, though.
I'm really worried because you pretty much immediately go out of this event into the next event access. It's not even like, and we're gonna put down some breadcrumbs for the event for next summer. No, it's like next month. And
yeah, but it's
that.
What is the next event?
Well, it's
Access
actually good
to-
because breadcrumbs probably are going to last all winter.
no, and they're not that tasty. They get dry.
But yeah, so like the next Marvel event, Access, villains and heroes kind of switch places at some point.
Access is the name.
Access, like the Axis
Oh,
of
Access.
He's got
That's
the
better
he's
than
got the southern
Access.
accent
Yeah.
kicking in.
Right.
Not ACCES.
Yeah, that's a horrible title.
Yeah,
The Access
it would
is
be
a
bad.
little better.
Access denied.
Axis was a character from the Marvel and DC crossover back in the '90s.
That's something really interesting to pull out of your butt.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
But no, and basically for some reason some of the heroes turned bad and some of the villains turned good, and it's just like a weird mix.
I'm so not interested in that.
I am.
Do they
really-
turn on an axis?
Maybe that's where the title's from. I'm far more interested in Spider-Verse. I looked at the solicits for comics coming out in December, and so many Spider-Man like crossovers. That Spider-Man is gonna break my wallet for the next few months, getting all the Spider-Verse tie-ins. So yeah, I'm really excited about that.
I don't know anything about this.
So basically, it's Spider-Men from different realities, different universes in the Marvel universe. You saw Spider-Man the Animated Series in the 90s?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Remember the two-part finale?
Mhm.
It's that.
Well, I saw that already.
Yeah, but it's with the comic versions of all of those. And you actually get, like, Ben Reilly's coming back in it. You have the Doc Ock Spider-Man's going to be in it, too. In addition to Peter Parker. Like, Peter Parker's still the main Spider-Man, and he's the star of it. And it's basically all these Spider-Man from the noir Spider-Man, the Indian Spider-Man from the India comic
Oh wait,
book.
did I read some setup for this already? Is it like they need all these Spider-Man to like get together and do a battle or something?
No, well, it's because Moreland, the kind of like totem vampire-esque creature that was introduced in Suicide Run, is I think going to go chase after every Spider-Man in every dimension.
I need to know more about the animated series finale that was like this. Was it taking all the Spider-Man from different animated series throughout the year?
Not different animated series,
No,
but
that would have been amazing.
That would
Like if they had the crappy '60s one, and then the Spider-Man that's Amazing Friends. They could have gotten the one from
Everybody
Electric
could ask,
Company.
when's that
But
movie?
that only works though, yeah, is if he's still like he doesn't move, but the webbing moves out of his hands.
So-
And Thor could show up and be standing still, but the lightning moving
I
around his hammer.
love the memes that they have done with that Spider-Man. They are so good.
Yeah.
So the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon series
Mhm.
is doing a similar thing at the same time, where Spider-Man is crossing over Spider-Mans in different realities, and Spider-Man 2099 will be in it. But unlike everyone else, it's fairly reasonably 2D, traditional animated. He's going to be CGI because he's the future.
That's pretty cool. See, that's a good idea.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. That's all right. That'll do.
I can dig it.
You'll dig it.
Yeah.
How deep will you dig it? Though? 2 feet.
2 feet.
That's as far as it goes.
How about 6 feet? That's enough to put a body in.
That sounds like a folk
True.
song. How
Zach.
deep will you dig it, my love, my love?
All right, this is a good
That's
point.
your alligator stuff.
Mike started singing, we gotta stop now.
Yeah, we gotta stop now.
Mike ends the show by singing all of There's a Hole in the Bucket here.
I'm out.
Well, we're
We can all get up and
Oh,
he
so
looks at the camera and just goes
I mean,
for it.
Dwayne doesn't even have his washboard base. We can't start this.
Go in the
Wash
mandolin.
tub base. Wash tub base.
The washboard's the percussive instrument.
Yeah.
Take it, watch the. All right. Nico, where would we find you on the internet if anybody cared at this point?
You can find me at nicoscream.com, twitter.com/nicoscream.
All right.
If you want to find me, I'll be out in the sandbox wondering where the hell the love is gone.
You won't find it up there. Find me at Culturesmash everywhere. Facebook, all those places. Twitter, just look up Culturesmash. Google Plus. Follow us on Google Plus, and you can join our little hangout here we have every week during the
And
show.
who wouldn't want
Who
to do
would
that?
not want to do it? Also, if you go to Xbox, or to your Xbox, you can friend me also there on Culturesmash, and we will play some Destiny. I have.
Oh, do you have
I
Destiny?
have Destiny.
You're a son of a bitch. Have I
Yeah,
mentioned that lately?
Pretty great.
Wait, we never played Titanfall. If I grab Destiny, are we gonna play Destiny?
Oh, I'm playing Destiny.
Alright.
Destiny's a little bit easier for me because I don't end up being a giant robot trying to kill humans and not be able to see them.
Yeah,
Those are
humans are
problem.
very small when you're a giant robot.
But Destiny is interesting
Robot.
because it's not just shooting. It's not just a shooter game.
Uh,
It has some RPG-like elements in it.
does it have crafting?
It doesn't have crafting per
Like
se,
crafting.
but it has character building, kind of like D&D style, almost like
Mm.
Mass Effect. Like you have a secondary ability based off the species that you pick.
Yeah, you have like character classes and species
Yeah.
and whatnot.
That sounds horrible. When do we get Halo Wars 2? That's what I want.
Well, we get the Halo Awesome Edition.
Yeah,
as well.
that's true. That might be worth picking up.
But so far, I've only played the first hour of Destiny, but so far I like it.
That's
The gameplay is good. The story is probably going to be pretty good. It had a stupid intro, but they always do. But so far, pretty entertaining. Yeah,
It seems like it's all the rage right now.
it's all the rage. Yeah, it's happening.
You know what didn't have a stupid intro?
What?
Half-Life 2.
Actually, if you go back and watch it, it kind of did.
So Mike, where can we find you?
Just on Google Plus under Clovis Chipwood, on Instagram, I think just under Mike Young, because I don't know why, and Culturesmash.tv.
Way to be different.
Yeah.
Catherine?
You can find me on Twitter, Instagram. I just made a Vine thing, and
Look how happy she is about the vines.
am. I'm excited about it, even though I haven't made any vines. And YouTube and all that kind of stuff at Theron Music.
How do you spell that?
Oh, that's true. It's not Theron and Dan anymore, so I don't have to try. THERINEMUSIC.
Remember, everyone, you don't have to cry when you listen to the show, but we like it better when you do.
Especially if you film it so we can see it. All right, Zach, go ahead.
Okay. You can find me,
Look, the way you just walked away.
I thought the show was over.
you can find me on Twitter.
Pretty sure I heard the end credits going.
You can find me on Twitter at MasterZ91. You can find me on YouTube, Space Mountaineer 91. You can find me on Facebook, and you can also find me on Culturesmash.tv. I got a couple reviews in the pipeline right now.
True,
And there's
he does.
one.
That's not gonna help people. That's not gonna help get people to read our website.
And there's also, well, I'm actually starting to spread some reviews now, so other sites of people look at it.
That's what rubbers
Oh,
are for.
I know.
What? We'll be having a discussion post show.
Gotta go wrong with that. But there's also a new review sitting on that the mic is sitting on top of right now. Who knows what it could be? Y'all, people watching can look at
Mike,
it.
what are you sitting on?
What did you say?
I thought you were just on a
The
chair.
mic.
Oh, I don't think anybody's going to watch it anymore.
He didn't say banjo, he said the mic, people. Come on
Yeah,
now.
exactly. This is sad.
Should I
We're gonna
show?
have awesome code
Or is
names,
it like
you're gonna
a-
have to remember them.
Yeah. Washboard is complaining about the.
Washed up. If you are moving the point.
For those of you who are watching our stream right now, you get to see what the new review is.
No, they don't, because the camera's not on it.
Yeah, it's kind of true. You
What?
can't
Yeah,
see.
they do.
The camera is not on Texas Chainsaw
It's-
Massacre, so
no.
we're not going to.
By the way, it's Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Wait, is it Texas Chainsaw
I
Massacre?
think it's.
I
Has
heard it was
chainsaw
Texas
always been
Chainsaw
two words?
Massacre.
Actually, I heard it's Haunted House too.
No, that's already up. You can read that right now at Culturesmash.tv.
That's a good question. Wait, what?
Oh well.
Is chainsaw 2 words?
Yeah, now that I see it in that.
Chainsaw.
now that I
That's
see
what
like
I
that,
want my
think it
nickname
is.
to be.
No,
That's too
no.
late. You're mandolin.
You're
That's
mandolin.
Sorry.
It's gonna be Chainsaw.
No.
I'm telling you.
You don't choose your nickname.
Your nickname chooses you.
No. I choose my.
Do you want to go back to Butterfly Night?
I like mandolin, but not the guitar mandolin. I want to be the vegetables.
That you
Cool.
slice your own hand up?
No,
exactly.
No, you're freaking the boat mandolin guy.
No, we'll see you guys next week.
There's a boat, man.